Hey everyone. Before I took my break back in June, I talked about wanting to do some longer form videos, and so one of the things that I've been meaning to talk about and wanting to share is I've seen this post about leaders going around a bunch of times. I've seen it off and on for probably, well, maybe I've only been aware of it for the last like 2-3 years. And it usually has guys like Warren Buffett and Mark Zuckerberg. It's got Richard Branson. It might have Oprah Winfrey. And usually there's about 8 different really well-known, high-profile leaders that are showing up on this post, and it says like pick 2 like that you would mentor with. And I guess about 6 months ago, I really started to think about that. I really started to think about that post when I saw it, and I thought, man, that post just really really just misguides people big time. And the reason I feel that way, the reason that I saw that and I thought about it, and it kind of started like working in my mind, just trying to get a feel for what was bothering me about that post. And after some thought and after some consideration and after looking at it off and on, I went ahead and saved it one time, and I'd go back and I'd look at it and I'd think about it, and I'd like, man, what's up with this post that is really bothering me? What am I having a hard time with about it? And about May, I guess, I really started thinking about it. Like I took an evening and I spent some time, and I was looking at the picture, and I started to type some things up, and I put it aside and I got it back out, and I realized that the big problem that I have with this meme that's going around is you can't actually mentor with these people. You really, there's no access to Richard Branson, to Oprah Winfrey. There's no legitimate way to, well, let's say a dozen people to go from obscurity. There's no pathway to that relationship, to being able to be in their company and learn from them, the way that this meme kind of like promotes. And I started thinking about one of the things that I looked for, and people you didn't see on that list are people out of the network marketing industry, and people like Grant Cardone, who he's actually with a couple different companies that he supports because they like the products. But Ray Higdon, Eric Worre, guys who in the entrepreneurial space, because legitimately network marketing is a form of entrepreneurship. The systems, okay, not all the systems. Some of the systems actually teach people how to walk into entrepreneurship. Some of those founders and some of those leaders in those companies have learned and have started to pass on those skill sets. Other people that you don't see in that list are leaders that like Jim Rohn. And I cannot see. This is why I usually make notes about stuff. Is those other Jim Canfield? Sorry, Mr. Canfield. I don't remember his first name. He's not on that list. Okay. People that have gone from somewhere to where they're Les Brown. Les Brown's another guy that if you got involved. Well, I don't know if he still does organizations or if he just does consulting on the side, and but he was once in an industry, in a network marketing industry, where you could earn time by being a part of his organization. And there are a lot of millionaires in the United States that have made their money in network marketing and then moved into the entrepreneurial into the coaching space full time, where you can then pay for their services. There used to be a time for those guys like Todd Falcone. He's another one. Todd Falcone, Ray Higdon. I think they're Eric Worre. I think they're the three most prominent ones that I know about that will help people in the network marketing business that can and do coach. But there's a fee to get there. You have to pay to play, if you will, to get access to them. Where once upon a time they, if you were in their group, you could mentor to their level and work to be recognized and then get their mentorship. And I don't want to take away from these guys that have done this. I mean, they legitimately have the income. They legitimately have built the teams to get them to that place. And that's kind of my point, is there are leaders in the network marketing industry across the board. You pick big companies that have done well, and they've got leaders that are mentoring other leaders into that space. And that's really, that's what I'm in. I'm in that industry. I still, you can see that building right there. That's where I work 9 to 5 currently. But I see that leadership, and I see all the things that they do and that they teach, because I've studied some of those guys. As Lauren and I went into foreclosure on our home, and we lost that home in 2015, I was really hungry, and I went after financial information, and I studied. Well, if you go to ironworld.net, you go to YouTube's and podcasts, there's a bunch of links there to people that I looked at, I listened to. I spent months, some of them I spent years following, because they have success. They have great stuff. They teach, they mentor, they give a lot of that away free. Not all of it, I'm going to be honest with you, I do recommend them because you're different than me, and some of that content may speak to you in a way that it doesn't speak to me. So I don't want you to, and I'll be honest, that list is not all inclusive. It's just ones that I connected with, that I resonated with for a time, and feel comfortable enough to recommend them to other people. And you're like, oh, well, how come you don't follow them still? They don't resonate. They don't resonate the same. I got from them great stuff. I can, with a clear conscience, recommend them to other people that are hungry, that are looking for, you get a big face here, that are looking for information, because they have and they bring value. Hands down, everybody in the podcast and video section, the book recommendations on the self-education page, all of that, those people bring value. So what happened in 2015, in the end of 2015, as we were going through that pain of the house, I got connected to a network marketing company. Love the products, value the products, just did not gel with the leadership that I had access to. Did not really connect with the business, and really I think probably not connecting with the leadership that I had access to was probably really a quarter of my problem. The other 3/4 was me. Like, I didn't understand. I didn't grasp. I didn't grasp how things worked. So I mean, like, I will say that 3/4 of that is probably me. I still talk with a couple of the leaders from that group, and they're fantastic people. They really are. When I connected to the group I'm with now, they have an educational system to get you from wherever you're at into that entrepreneurial thinking, into that business owner thinking, into that mentality of changing and growing and living into what you want to become. They don't say it as Stephen R. Covey says it in, oh yeah, being with the end in mind, but they do teach that principle that you need to look ahead, that you need to, I think some of Covey's people call it the tombstone test, or maybe he called it that. And what I found in my experience with this organization is a couple things that really surprised me. First of all, is how good the system is. Yes, a lot of the audios are about building this particular business. And probably a good bulk of them you can listen to and take away just the lessons learned, the examples on how to be yourself and grow, and the book recommendations that they have for books to read to improve who you are. And that makes and has made a big difference for me personally. Some of the books that they recommend are on my book list now. Excuse me. And they're not written solely by leaders in the organization. I mean, they recommend their top 5 books are all written before 1960. You've got How to Raise Yourself from Failure to Success. The magic of thinking big. How I raise my. Hold on, let me do this again. The magic of thinking big, Think and Grow Rich. How I raise myself from failure to success in selling. You can obviously tell I don't have these memorized. Dang it! You know what? If you want the list. I'll put it below, because I'm gonna put this on YouTube and on my website. So I'll put that list of the top 5 books that they recommend, and they're industry-wide books. They're not just used by network marketing; they're used by sales everywhere. They're that good. They're that powerful. Well, so those are the 2 things. Those are 2 of the 3 things. Is that they have a system. They're not exclusive to just the business. They actually have customers that are in other network marketing businesses that use the material and the system to help them build successful businesses. And they have it's fantastic tools. For the value of what you're getting, you can't beat the value. You can't. They've got 2 sets of... I wasn't going to do this, but I'll just do this real quick. Okay, just because I'm talking about it. They have 2 sets of tools for entrepreneurs. They have a learning system called Total Personal Development, and they have a financial services package and that help entrepreneurs across the board with a bunch of things. So now the third thing that really impressed me and really helped me see the power of this organization is that they have 2 founders at the helm that are listed on Inc. magazine's top 50 leaders of all time. One is at 20, one is at 39. The one at 20 did mentor the one at 39 into that group. They speak internationally, nationally on leadership. They get invited to speak in other countries for regular business organizations. They are known as leaders, and they are known for their leadership. And what I'm trying to get to is that as a member of this organization, by being an active member, building my business, I can get access not only to those 2 men and their wives through this organization, but all the people between us that they have been mentoring for years. 4 years. And it's solid stuff. I'm just really impressed with it. And so this is the big hang up I have with that meme with those leaders on there. Yes, they've done amazing things. They are industry leaders. In no way do I want you to think that I'm denigrating what they've done, because they've done amazing stuff. Again, my problem is the only way to get to them is if you can get to them to be mentored, is you need a lot of money. Ray Higdon, Eric Worre, Todd Falcone, they all do stuff. Their stuff is much more reasonable, especially if you're in network marketing. They know the market, they know the people, they know how to help you get there. So what I'm trying to say is this: if you're looking to grow as a leader, you need to find a place where you can get access to leaders, that you can earn your way into their circle. And I'm not saying this is not a pitch to come join me. This is not a pitch. This is, if you want to grow as a leader, you've got to find leaders that you can get around and get access to. If you're in another network marketing industry and you're looking at this, or another network marketing business, and you're looking at this, find out what you need to do to earn time with your leaders, what qualifications you need to meet. I'm super grateful. I have 2 guys that I mentor with. I talk to once or twice a week, and they, while I do not get their time exclusively, I don't get to just call them up and get time with them every time. They make time for me. And when I have a legitimate question, when I need some help with something, bang, they will be there. They will answer my questions. They will give me a half hour. They'll give me an hour. Sorry, still head cold stuff. So what I'm trying to say is, go find leaders you can follow. Go find leaders you can earn time around by building a business, either with them or serve them in some way. So I really didn't know how long this was going to go. Maybe it feels like I've rambled too much. Please let me know in the comments below. I really struggled to put structure to this this whole video. So if you watch it, if you enjoy it, please let me know. Tell me what you didn't like. Feedback is welcome. On my website, the comments do close after a certain amount of time, but you can make comments on YouTube. I don't think I have restrictions on there for commenting. So, all right, my friends, go out and make it a great week. Go out and make it a great day. And you still got time left in August. I hope you make it a great August. And I'll be putting more of these longer videos together. It's just going to be time. What I see and what I think about. And so, all right, take care. Thanks again. IronWill.net/CS. Website, social media platforms, and book list. I'll see you guys later.